Orion. Okay, so let's look at a different way of searching in Orion. Orion works through sonic similarities, but there is also this exploratory space that I find myself using more often, especially at the early stages of a project where I'm building my sound palette, looking for the sounds that will drive a project. An AI-powered search engine, Orion, is very good at doing this. And that's where prompts come in. It's an interesting way of searching using sounds rather than text-based search. And we're going to use Orion prompts to navigate around various aspects of the sound. So how can we prompt Orion to reveal more interesting sonic elements that can be used in our projects? Hi, I'm Chris Procopiou. I'm a sound designer, and this is how I think with Orion. If you've never used Orion before, I'd recommend checking their official channel first. They already covered the basics very well. What I will be focusing is how we can prompt and how we can think behind every search to yield the results that we want. I already have Orion open. I've done a sonic similarity search, and it's based around this sound. The name of the sound or where it comes from is completely irrelevant at this stage because this is our basis of where we start from. And now we're going to use the prompts to try and find something similar, but not necessarily similar in the sense of like exactly the same sound. We're going to be surrounding this sound and going towards various directions that it can take us. First, let's clear all the played ones so we have a clear idea of what's happening, and we're gonna select this sound as a prompt. I'm gonna call it test 1. Okay, and as you can see, it's already on the search bar here. What we can do now is start going into this AI-powered section of Orion. You can do this by searching. You can go this telescope here or command click. We have test 1. This is our original sound. We stay here. Similar sounding sounds. All interesting, all close. We have this fire element, whoosh. So that's what the sound is built up from. We're gonna try and go to a different direction and start finding other variations or other sounds that could be interesting to be used in our sound design creations. I always like to use elements, various surfaces, various material that will bring more results up. So if we say wood, for example, here, what Orion will understand is like we want a sound that is close to test 1, which was a fire-based, and then we want to go towards a direction of wood. We want to introduce something that has wood elements in potentially. It's not excluding or including wood as such. It's just like a direction that we're going to. Command return. The colors are changing. As you can see, we keep the original one on top just for reference. And as we can see, to be playing with the sound. Bring the volume slightly up. We hear that we moved away from this fire element and we are closer to the impact sound of things, which some of them have slightly wood material in, but not necessarily wood. So we are closer to wood, and then we can go away from metal, for example. So you see all the results are coming back, are still on we have the impact that is true to the original test one sound, and then we're going towards a direction that has some wood and away from metal. Or we can reverse that and then we go to the direction that we want metal to be. Let's try metal here and then away from wood. So we're gonna reverse the search basically. Continuous exploration. So now we say, I see a lot of magic sounds coming up. So let's stay closer to magic, potentially away from explosions. So this is what Orion will understand to be from the analysis that the AI did, what magic is, and then from the analysis of what explosion is. And then we're gonna say that the sound of test is here in the middle, magic is somewhere on the left, let's say, explosions are somewhere in the right. So let's go slightly towards the left. So that's an easy way of understanding how that will work. Not a lot of sounds in that realm, but still. Yeah, a lot of magic, more magic-based sounds, but not as fiery as before. Still in the whoosh element, they have this initial swoosh, let's say, impact. Still some explosions. We're not completely away from that, but there are a lot of elements coming in. All right, and then we can completely dive in and get lost in this one. Let's say, what's this one? Let's play that again. Okay, let's say we like this sound. I'm gonna add this selected to a prompt as well. So we have test 1, which is one of the prompts that we used. Test 2 will be the second one. So let's say we want to stay somewhere. I never tried this before, so this would be an interesting, let's say close to rock, but away from test 2. So we are using test 1, we're gonna be closer to a rock, but away from test 2. So let's see if something comes up. Not a lot of results, but still. Interesting nonetheless. We have some conversations. That's interesting. Okay. Let's remove rock completely and let's see if we're gonna get something between test 1 and rock. Okay, let's bring the volume down. Okay, we're covered. All right, similarities to that. So yeah, you can completely get lost with this. Usually becomes a cycle, using prompts, finding something interesting, jumping into sonic similarities, then creating a new prompt and going again. This is exactly the point where the exploration can go for hours and in any direction, uncovering new gems in your library. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. I'm happy to dive deeper into specific cases. Stay tuned and thank you for watching.